Good evening viewers, welcome to today's edition of the news. First, let's have a look at the headlines. Meghalaya government to invest rupees 2,500 crore for revamping the power distribution system in the next 5 years. State government will examine the proposal for creation of more community and rural development blocks in the state, says Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma. India logged 6,370 new coronavirus infections. Meghalaya reports 5 new cases against 15 recoveries. And unseasonal hails rolls out white carpet in Shillong and surrounding areas and mercury dips. The state government on Tuesday proposed an investment to the tune of rupees 2,500 crore for revamping the power distribution system in the next 5 years. After chairing a cabinet meeting, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma said that the proposal for the action plan on revamped distribution sector scheme has been approved. The scheme has been implemented by the Power Ministry, Government of India, where revamping of the distribution system and the distribution sector overall is going to be taken up for a period of the next 5 years.
Implemented by Government of India, Power Ministry, where revamping of the distribution systems and the distribution sector overall is going to be taken up for a period of 5 years. And the Government of India has sanctioned 3,05,984 crores for this particular project, and this will be obviously affecting all the states. In the first phase, we as a state are also proposing to take this up, and hence the cabinet today cleared the proposals, and now this proposal will be put up to Government of India, Power Department.
In yet another decision, the state cabinet has approved the proposal for availing loan of rupees 1,500 crore under the NABARD Infrastructure Development Assistance NIDA. Meghalaya is the second state in the northeast after Assam to avail this loan. Informing this after the meeting, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma said the government have put in a proposal of rupees 1,500 crore to NABARD for this fund. Now the proposal will be sent to NABARD for the final approval and release of the funds to the state government, he added.
We will see that development and infrastructure improvement throughout the spectrum, that means from blocks to police stations to education institutions, will be taken up through this particular fund. So we have put in a proposal of 1,500 crores to NABARD for this fund, and today the cabinet approved that, and now the proposals will be sent to NABARD for final approval.
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma had said that the state government will examine the proposal for creation of more blocks in the state. He was reacting to a query on the demand for the creation of a new block at Shillong in East Jantia Hills district in view of the cabinet's decision to formally shift the Clariat block to Wapung village. Meanwhile, the state cabinet on Tuesday approved the proposal to change the nomenclature of the Department of Prisons to Department of Prisons and Correctional Services. Sangma said in line with the Government of India notification. Other states have started the process, and Meghalaya has also followed up on that.
We have first going step by step, and first we have corrected that particular change that was made at that point in time. The decision that was taken earlier in the cabinet and foundation stone was laid, block construction started, and then suddenly shifted was something that could have been avoided and should not have been done in that manner. So that's number one. But having said that, we're not saying that the other areas don't deserve. We will examine and we will see which are the areas which require administrative, administrative blocks to come up. Because we have always maintained that taking administration closer to the people is important.
All India Trinamool Congress AITC leader and former Chief Minister Mukul Sangma on Tuesday said that the party would leave it to the wisdom of the Assembly Speaker to decide on the Congress's petition seeking the disqualification of the 12 MLAs. The 12 MLAs have already submitted before the Speaker their responses to the petition filed by the Congress leader Amprin Lingdo, seeking their disqualification as per the 10th schedule of the Constitution. Sangma said that the interpretations of the relevant provisions of the 10th schedule of the Constitution of India will ultimately determine the ruling of the Speaker.
In as far as our response is concerned, in relation to this particular question, I think we'll leave it to the office of the Honorable Speaker, and I will not presume or assume anything, but the relevant provisions of the constitutions and the expected interpretations of the relevant provisions of the 10th schedule of the Constitution of India will ultimately determine, how the overall expected ruling will be.
India has logged 6,317 new coronavirus infections, taking the total tally of COVID-19 cases to 3,47,58,481, while the active cases declined to 78,190. Meanwhile, Meghalaya reported 5 new cases against 15 recoveries, and no death was reported in the state in the last 24 hours. After a brief while, people in the state got drenched once again on Wednesday in a fresh spell of rains accompanied by hailstorm, and Shillong was swathed in a white carpet, not with snow but with hailstones, which left behind after a 30-minute hailstorm at around 12 noon. The temperature dipped in the capital city and traffic was affected as most drivers stopped to avoid damages to their windscreens from the hail. The National Consumer Day was observed yesterday in the District Library Auditorium, Mintong, Jowai. Highlighting the importance of the day, Deputy Commissioner Elizan Dykes said that there are 3 parts in the marketing system and all have to work in tandem to make the system successful. The Deputy Commissioner also released a brief video clip on the consumer rights. B. Kriam, President of District Commission, West Jante Hills, Jowai, spoke on the rights of the consumers.
Kejutmu yang diprogram tu kapuni tu ya pukmo ya pukmo berpos kepot ya ketika hak kamjok le kejut klay yang kinong dai kamjok le yang kinong tiet.
Now let's have a look at the weather report. The maximum temperature is 14.6 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature 7.1 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 68% and relative humidity in the evening was 100%, and rainfall was 25.2 millimeter. Thunderstorm with lightning and hail is very likely at isolated places. Our news bulletin is also available live on our YouTube channel. In addition to watching on television, the viewers may visit the DD News Shillong on the YouTube channel. Now let's have a look again at the headlines. Meghalaya government to invest Rs 2,500 crore for revamping the power distribution system in the next 5 years. State government will examine the proposal for creation of more community and rural development blocks in the state, says Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma. India logs 6,317 new coronavirus infections and Meghalaya reports 5 new cases against 15 recoveries. Unseasonal hail rolls out white carpet in Shillong and surrounding areas and mercury dips. Well viewers, that's all that we have to you in today's edition of the news. Until we meet again tomorrow, have a good night.